Ace Casey Jenkins, Birdland Sports Bar and Grill LLC, trading as Birdland Sports Bar and Grill, 6317-19 Bel Air Road, Class BD7 beer, wine, and liquor license, application transfer ownership of a Class BD7 license, presently in the name of secured creditor, to the applicant at the same location. Application includes a request for live entertainment and outdoor table service. Everybody testifying, please step forward and raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm? Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, good afternoon, gentlemen. You're Mr. Jenkins, is that right? All right, I see you're here with Councilman Brandon M. Scott. You're here with Mr. Hilliard from Harbell. Where do we stand? Are there any protestants? I just want to make sure I understand who's here today. I see our agents here and co-applicants.
No, they're actually, they sit on, I own another restaurant also, they sit on my advisory board, so they came just to give testament that they, they think that we'd be good to go over in that location also.
All right, Mr. Jenkins. All right, well, it's your application to transfer ownership
Yes.
and request for live entertainment and outdoor table service. So go ahead and get started and tell us what you want to do.
All right, what we're looking to do is, not sure if everyone is familiar with our current restaurant, Darker Than Blue Cafe. Darker Than Blue Cafe, we're going on 7 years, and September 15th will be 7 years, and what we're looking to do with Birdland Sports Bar and Grill, like we wanted to do at Darker Than Blue, we're looking to essentially add another stream of revenue, and that other stream of revenue is going to be liquor, alcohol, wine. Well, what we're looking to do is a sports bar and grill, and we're, for lack of better words, we'll be focusing in more so on the food while adding the element of wine, beer, and liquor to the menu, of course, to help partner with our food. So just to give an example of some of the things that we would have on our menu, we plan on having a complete sliders menu. So one of the things that we tested in our current restaurant that seems to do well would be like our seafood slider, which would be a crab cake, salmon cake, and our cornmeal batter catfish served with sweet potato french fries as sliders. So having things like that on the menu, as well as everyone knows, we focus on food, and we just like another stream of revenue to help, support that particular community.
Your beer and wine now?
No, we're not. We're BYOB, no liquor license at all right now.
All right, and who else? Are you the sole owner?
Yes.
Okay. What's the capacity of your establishment?
Current is upstairs, downstairs, 85.
All right, and what's your planned expansion?
Our planned expansion for which one? The current?
For Birdland.
Oh, for Birdland? No expansions.
Okay.
No expansions. Birdland will have the seating capacity. I think the occupancy was 125, and that's including bar, seating area, and back private dining room.
All right, and you had a chance to meet with Sedmont
Yes, I
and
have.
with Harbell.
That was one of the reasons that we opted to go the direction in which we were going. At first, we thought about possibly expanding Darker Than Blue over to the Bel Air region, but they're looking for something a little bit more comfortable. So after going to the Bel Air, Sedmont, and Rosemont community meetings, they were looking for something a little bit more comfortable, something that was more kid friendly and family friendly, and we think that we could provide something like that to that district.
All right, thank you. Well, let's hear from Councilman Brandon Scott. You've been patient. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's actually an honor for me to be here to testify on Casey's behalf. As you guys know, this location has been a big problem for the Sedmont and East Rosemont community. So to be here to say that they fully support what Mr. Jenkins is doing, and as you guys also know, that revitalizing Bel Air Road is the #1 important thing for my district, but also to the neighborhoods of Bel Air Road. So today, this is a great thing. We look forward to eating sliders and watching football.
Are they gonna have one TV on the Redskins for you? Have you worked that out?
That's a must.
All right.
That's a must.
We put it in the bathroom, right?
All right, Mr. Hilliard, sir.
The only reason I'm here is Casey's promised to give me the remote so I can change it. Seriously, not to reiterate Councilman Scott's testimony, but Mr. Jenkins has done everything the right way. And I think the communities are particularly happy to have somebody come into what has been a problematic location, somebody who's got a viable, reputable business plan, who's run a viable, reputable, community-friendly business on Greenmount Avenue. And they really consider him that this will be an asset to the community instead of a detriment. So they are very much in support of it.
Thank you very much. Mr. Hilliard, I'm going to go ahead and put your letter into evidence as the applicant's first exhibit. The letter from you as Director of Community Relations from Harbell, dated January 14th of this year.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Sir, come on and step up.
All right, sure.
What's your name again?
My name is Dr. Marquise Walker, and then as Casey has said, I've been working in an advisory capacity with Darker Than Blue, and this has been over 7 years. We've worked from the very beginning in developing a business plan, and the core.
Dr. Walker, sir?
Sure, yes, my name is Terrence Hostin. Again, working with Dr.
How do you spell that, Mr. Hostin?
It's H-O-S as in Sam, T-E-N.
T-E-N, and Terrence, T-E-R-E-N-C-E?
One R, no A.
Great, thank you. All right. You may proceed, Mr. Hostin. Thank you.
Everything that Dr. Walker has just said is true indeed in terms of our, while making money is one of the things I care about most in this world, there are ways to do it. And we found at Darker Than Blue that, it's easy to, there are corners that can be cut, but ultimately you pay the price. So in this new endeavor, we've definitely taken every opportunity we can to make sure that we've done, taking it step by step, not move too fast, that's for the sake of moving fast, to really engage with the neighborhood and understand that, I think a lot of what happens is poor communication. I've never been to Ray Charles, and I can't speak for them, but I can only imagine that the genesis of all their problems was they wanted something, and they came to say they wanted something different. So, I mean, if you communicate and you're open and you're taking it, you're treating everyone as equals and as partners, it should work out great. So, I mean, as they've all said, this is something that we're looking forward to a great deal. And, the community seems to be a great community in terms of its willingness to embrace us and us embrace them. So I think it's going to be a great fit.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Hostin. Agent Fitzgerald, anything you want to add?
Yeah, Agent Donald Fitzgerald, just want to say that this is my district, and there were problems in the past. 3 different.
What were the locations? I mean, what were the different establishments out of this?
You had Ray Charles, you had the bicycle place, and then JT's.
JT's.
Right, JT's, Ray Charles, and then you had the bicycle club before that, and been here 16 years, and that location has always been a problem. So I did a walkthrough with Mr. Casey, the new owner. I told him exactly what the community is looking for. He agrees to do that, and I think it's going to be an asset to the community. And he knows if it's not, we'll
see him back here.
That's right.
All right, Madam Commissioner.
Mr. Hilliard, have you had an in-depth conversation with Mr. Jenkins regarding the live entertainment request, and did it meet all of the community's standards and ideals?
Yes, it did. The community's aware of the live entertainment request. They're aware of it because they've gone no MOU on this one. I think that, honestly,
So my concern is the genre music was always an issue. I know that there was some hesitation.
I got
about promoters coming into the establishment. So I just wanted to make sure that all of those issues were resolved at the front end of this establishment, getting the live entertainment access.
I hear you, ma'am. And I think what happened this time is they were honestly so comfortable with the owner, they didn't think
Mm-hmm.
they needed an MOU.
If I could say.
You may, Mr. Jenkins.
I think one of the things that a lot of people know about me is I'm very transparent. And, you know, I try to tell it like it is. And we have another restaurant. We do jazz, and we like jazz. You know, I don't like headaches. So I try to keep them out of our restaurants. And that's what we plan on doing over here. The one thing that I think we built, the one premise we built Darker Than Blue on was community interaction. And I'm very immersed in our community, and I plan on being very immersed in their community also. We partner with the schools, we partner with the community organizations, and we want to be there for them just as well as, you know, we want them to be there for us when it's time to come and get something
And that's
to eat.
fair, but you know, our football team just won the Super Bowl. I didn't listen to jazz after the Super Bowl game. It was very loud, and if we're talking about a sports bar with slider type activities, I know what those type of establishments look like and sound like, and I just want to be very clear that more than likely you won't be limited to jazz, and that there would be the accompaniment of other types of music around the football and baseball season or whatever happens to be playing. If RG3 makes it back into the game, maybe.
If I may, when Mr. Jenkins went to both East Rosemont and Sedmont, one of the things, he said two things. One of them was, I don't deal with promoters because they're headaches. I don't deal with DJs because they're headaches. He said, I don't need that kind of stuff in my business. He said, I run and we know that because we looked at his business on Greenmount Avenue, that he runs a reputable business, that he wants a higher caliber quality clientele than what was brought in to the other two establishments. And I think the fact that he said that up front, the communities did not feel a need to enter into an MOU with him on those two issues. And candidly, those are the two problematic issues we've had over there, is when somebody does get involved with promoters or they do get involved with a DJ with a large following. And you've already got an owner saying, I'm not going to do it, period. I don't do it over on Greenmount Avenue for the same reason. So I think they were comfortable with that. I think they understand that, you know, there are going to be times when the Ravens win the Super Bowl, the Orioles win the World Series, there's going to be a larger crowd there. And candidly, hopefully, the community is going to be part of that. So I think they're good with it.
And I'll just add that in Sedmont, that we have the Hubcap Sports Bar and Grill, which does use DJs and live entertainment. There were a lot of people there on Sunday, but we haven't had any issues with the neighborhood as well.
And that establishment also has established a very good relationship with the community. And I think that's the other thing that exists here. If there are problems, they know who to go to and they know how to get them resolved. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, thank you all. Anything else, Mr. Jenkins? Otherwise, we'll go off the record.
No, I think I just appreciate everybody thanking everybody for having confidence in us being able to do this, and thank you for approaching us on allowing us to come into your community.
All right, thank you very much. We're going to go off the record. Yeah. And we're going to go, everybody come back. We're going to go to our decision phase. All right, thank you for being here, Councilman Scott. Sure. All right, we're on the record in our decision phase. February 7th, 2013, Casey Jenkins, Birdland Sports Bar and Grill, LLC, trading as Birdland Sports Bar and Grill at 6317 and 19 Bel Air Road. It's a transfer of ownership of a BD7 license to the same location and a request for live entertainment and outdoor table service. Mr. Casey Jenkins appeared today along with consultants and business partners, Dr. Walker, Terrence Hostin. Additionally, the board heard testimony from Councilman Brandon M. Scott and from Michael Hilliard of Harbell Community Organization Incorporated. The board also received written evidence from Mr. Hilliard on behalf of his role as Director of Community Relations for the Harbell Community Organization. There is literally nothing but praise and apparent goodwill on behalf of the applicant. Makes the board's job easy. We'll determine, therefore, based on the evidence under 10202A, there's a de minimis, there's a public need and desire for the request, de minimis impact on existing licensees. There'll be a potential uniqueness of services and products to be offered by your business, and a negligible impact on the health, safety, and welfare of the community, including crime, traffic, and parking. So we'll go ahead and approve the request, including the outdoor table service and live entertainment. Good luck to you, Mr. Jenkins.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're off the record.
Thank you.
Nice to see you, Mr. Hilliard.
Nice to see you too, Mr. Chairman.